welcome back to my channel. So what I want to go over is just, I know I've been talking about how you slide into notes to kind of highlight them, right? In a chord progression. I know this is A sharp minor or C sharp major, right? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna show you guys kind of why, what makes, why it's important to land on these notes that sound really good, because that really is going to make or break when you're playing a solo, right? If you land on a bunch of notes that don't sound right, I mean, they may not be awful, but they don't have that, real make you feel good because it sounds good, right? And so certain keys, you're not going to get really a whole lot of any great sounding notes because it's just the key that you're playing in, right? This happens to be A sharp minor, C sharp major, right? So with that being said, I'm going to play just some notes, like random stuff, and then every once in a while I'm probably going to play something that's not right, just so you kind of have a reference of what, because this is kind of ear training, like what's right and what isn't right, because it will sound kind of off a little bit, right? Compared to like G major, E minor, like this is kind of a different, because this sounds like five sharps, like in this um, A sharp minor, right? C sharp major. So you're playing a lot of different notes that you're not normally going to hear in G major. G major, E minor has one F sharp. That's it. The rest is just A B C D E F sharp G. So anyway, my point is just that listen, and you should be able to hear a little bit of kind of how the groove of the backing track goes. So listen for the wrong notes. All right, this is where you learn. No good. This is right. Instead of So anyway, that's kind of my lesson. I mean, I know it's not anything great, but I'm just trying to teach you guys so you could hear where I messed up, right? I did that on purpose, right? Because I want you to hear when a note like is not where that's not a note that you're supposed to play, right? It's not in that key. But by me highlighting a lot of the notes that are good, right, that sound good, um, it'll help you to understand what sounds bad, because as for a long time, you may play and you may not really understand like why it doesn't sound good when you're playing lead, but that's really the whole gist of the whole lead guitar thing, is you you may not know that you're playing not that great, right? But you're just going after it, and you're not realizing what notes sound better and what notes don't sound so great, right? Because it takes a long time to get the ear to be able to do stuff like that. So I'm just trying to give you a shortcut so you can kind of see how I move around, right? In a different key that's not G major, E minor, right? It's A sharp minor and C sharp major. So it's like totally different, right? But I'm just showing you can move those shapes all around, right? And when you hit a wrong note, you're gonna know, right? So hopefully this helps you guys. Because I can tell you, you don't want to be stuck in G major, E minor. Okay? Like, that's very popular key, very popular in rock and metal. But you kind of have to force yourself to get away from that, or you're not, like, it's going to be tough to play with people that, maybe want to play in a different key, right? Um, so anyway, I hope this helps, and thanks to all new subscribers. I totally appreciate it. I'll probably put a short out maybe or something, but or maybe just a long form video. But I mean, really, like I said, this is kind of like ear training 101. Like, you can hear, I pointed out when the notes were not right, and hopefully that helps you guys. So anyway, have a great weekend, and I'll put some other stuff out later in the week, right? Put something out just here and there, just to kind of keep you guys going. But like I said, there's a lot of stuff out there that I know you guys really could buckle down and learn, right? Because you can tell by the way I'm playing. It's not super easy, but you can do it. It just takes a little bit of time and some patience because you got to practice a lot, right? So anyway, have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks again, all.